Imagine coming home after a long, exhausting day just looking forward to kicking back and relaxing. You pull into your driveway ready to park in your garage like you always do. But as you press the button to open the garage door, something feels off. The door lifts, and instead of an empty space waiting for you, there's a car sitting right there. A car that isn't yours. A car that shouldn't be there. At first you think you're seeing things. Maybe a neighbor's car accidentally rolled in, or maybe a friend borrowed your space without asking. But as you get out and walk closer, reality sinks in. This is a completely unfamiliar vehicle. No note. No explanation. Just someone else's car parked inside your private garage as if they own the place. Your mind starts racing. Who in their right mind would do this? Did a thief ditch the car here? Is it abandoned? Did someone confuse your garage for a public parking lot? None of it makes sense. You look around half expecting someone to pop out and explain. But there's no one. Just silence. Frustration starts creeping in. You check the locks, making sure you didn't leave anything open. But everything is secure, except for the fact that there's a stranger's car parked inside your home. A part of you wants to stay calm, to assume there must be some reasonable explanation. But another part of you? It's boiling. This is your space. You pay for it. You take care of it. And now, some random person has just decided to claim it like it's theirs? No, that's not happening. You pull out your phone and start looking for clues. Maybe there's a note inside the car, some kind of information about the owner. You glance through the windows trying to see if anything inside can tell you what's going on. But the doors are locked, and there's nothing visible except for a messy pile of fast food wrappers and a half-empty water bottle in the cup holder. At this point you're stuck. You have no idea who this car belongs to, why it's here, or how long it's been sitting in your garage. And the worst part? You can't even park your own car. Annoyance turns to anger. You start asking around. Maybe a neighbor saw something. Maybe someone has answers. You knock on a few doors explaining the bizarre situation, but no one seems to know anything. Some shake their heads in disbelief. Others laugh at the audacity. But not a single person has a clue who the car belongs to. Now it's personal. Whoever did this didn't even have the decency to ask. They just took advantage of your space without a second thought. And that's when it clicks. This isn't an accident. This is entitlement. You're not going to let this slide. Not without getting some answers. And definitely not without making sure the person responsible learns a lesson they won't forget. You don't let the frustration simmer for long. With your heart pounding, you make a decision. You need to find out who owns this car. It's not going to sit there like it belongs while you stand outside, feeling like a stranger in your own home. You start by checking if anyone left a note on the windshield, but of course there's nothing. That would have been too considerate. So, you do the next logical thing. You call a tow company. You're halfway through explaining the situation when the driver hesitates. Wait, he says, it's parked inside your garage? That's tricky. We can't tow it unless it's on public property or you have a police report. That stops you in your tracks. A police report? That seems extreme, but at this point, what choice do you have? You're about to hang up and call the cops when, as if on cue, someone starts yelling from down the street. Oh my God, are you seriously trying to tow my car? You turn around and there she is. A woman storming toward you, looking absolutely furious like you just did something wrong. She's dressed in a way that screams, I get what I want. Designer sunglasses, oversized handbag, and an attitude that could cut glass. So you're the one who left this here? You ask, keeping your voice steady, but your patience is slipping. She scoffs, completely unfazed by your obvious irritation. Yeah, I parked in your garage. What's the big deal? I needed a spot. You blink, momentarily speechless. Did she just say that out loud? The big deal? The big deal is that this is my property. You didn't even ask. You just... She waves her hand, cutting you off. Oh, please. It's not like you were using it. My friend lives a couple of houses down, and your garage was open. So I parked. You're making such a huge fuss over nothing. Your fingers tighten around your phone. Asterisk nothing. Asterisk you took my space, locked your car inside my garage, and disappeared without even a note. What if I had an emergency? What if I needed to leave? She lets out a dramatic sigh. Okay, well, I'm here now. You can relax. She pulls out her keys and walks toward the garage like she owns the place. But you're not letting this slide. Not after the stress, the confusion, and the blatant disrespect. No, you say, stepping in front of her. You don't get to act like this is normal. Who does this? Who sees a random garage and just decides it's a free parking spot? She crosses her arms, shifting her weight like she's losing patience. Look, I'm sorry you're upset, but I don't see the problem here. It's not like I damaged anything. You stare at her, incredulous. That's not the point. You can't just take someone's space because it's convenient for you. She laughs, actually laughs like you're being dramatic. Oh my God, chill. If it bothered you so much, you could have just waited until I got back. Your blood boils. Waited? Waited how long? A few hours? A day? A week? And for what? For some stranger who couldn't be bothered to ask permission? You take a deep breath, forcing yourself to stay calm. Move your car. Now. But she doesn't move. Instead, she shrugs. Well, I was actually about to head out with my friend, so I'll just grab it later. That's it. That's the moment you realize this isn't going to end with a simple apology. She isn't sorry. She isn't embarrassed. She doesn't even think she did anything wrong. And that's when an idea hits you. A petty, brilliant, completely justified idea. You take a step back, give her a long look, and then, without another word, you turn around, walk into your house, and lock the door. The sound of the deadbolt clicking into place is oddly satisfying. You stand there for a moment, letting the silence settle in. Outside, you can already hear her reaction. Excuse me? Hello? She bangs on the door like you're the one who just overstepped. Are you serious right now? You don't answer. You don't need to. Instead, you calmly walk to your kitchen, grab a drink, and sit down, acting like nothing is happening. Let her stand out there and fume. Let her realize that her entitlement isn't going to work this time. A few minutes pass and then your phone buzzes. Unknown number. You smirk. Oh, she's really trying now. You ignore it. Then comes another knock, louder this time, more frantic. I know you're in there. Just open the door. We can talk like adults. Like adults? Now she wants to be civil? After barging into your space like it was hers to take? No, that ship has sailed. You check your watch. You had plans to leave in a couple of days, but now? Now you feel like taking a vacation right now. And why not? You already had the trip planned. You had time off. You just hadn't packed yet. But suddenly, the idea of leaving town while her car is stuck in your garage seems like the perfect move. So you take your time. You pack a bag, grab your essentials, double-check the locks, and head for the back door. Before leaving, you take one last look at the garage. Her car, sitting there helplessly, locked away with no escape. You step outside, breathe in the fresh air, and smile. This is going to be fun. Hours later, you're on the road, driving away from the chaos, while your phone keeps lighting up with messages. Each one is more desperate than the last. Unknown number ****. Okay, I get it. You're mad. Can you just open the garage so I can move my car? ***. You don't reply. Unknown number ****. Seriously, this is illegal. You can't hold my car hostage. ***. Illegal? That's rich, coming from someone who trespassed and stole a private parking spot. Unknown number ***. My friend is calling the cops if you don't open the garage now. Oh, that will be interesting. You almost hope they do. What's she going to tell them? Hi, officer, I illegally parked in someone else's garage and now I want my car back. Good luck with that. By the time you reach your destination, the texts have slowed down. Either she's given up or she's planning something. Either way, you're not worried. This isn't your problem anymore. The next few days are blissful. No stress, no entitled strangers, no unexpected intrusions. You relax, enjoy your time away, and don't give her or her car another thought. Well, maybe just a little. You can't help but imagine what she's doing now. Is she pacing in front of your house? Is she freaking out, calling every number she can think of? Has she realized that she messed with the wrong person? Whatever it is, one thing is certain, she's learning a lesson. The hard way. A week passes before you finally pull back into your driveway. The moment you step out of the car, you take a deep breath, savoring the familiar feeling of home. But there's something else in the air too, tension. It's quiet. Too quiet. No sign of Karen, no angry voice waiting to scream at you. Just stillness. You unlock your front door and step inside, your eyes flickering toward the garage. The car is still there, right where you left it. You half expected it to be gone, like maybe she had somehow managed to break in and take it. But no. She's been stuck waiting all this time. The thought makes you grin. You drop your bags and walk over to the garage door, pressing the button to lift it open. The sunlight pours in and there it is, her car sitting in exactly the same spot, looking just as trapped as before. Then movement. From the corner of your eye, you see someone step onto the sidewalk. You turn your head and there she is. Karen. Standing across the street, arms crossed, sunglasses perched on top of her head, staring at you like a predator waiting to pounce. The second she sees the garage door open, she moves. Fast. Oh, now you decide to come back? She snaps, storming across the street. Do you have any idea what you've put me through? You lean against the doorframe, arms crossed and just raise an eyebrow. You mean, leaving your car in my garage without asking? Yeah, I have a pretty good idea. Her face turns red. I was stranded. Do you know how humiliating it was to explain to my friends that I didn't have my car for a week? You let out a slow, exaggerated sigh. Must have been so inconvenient. Almost as inconvenient as, I don't know, coming home and finding a stranger's car in your garage. Her jaw tightens. You're a psychopath. You smile. No, I just don't like entitled people taking what isn't theirs. She glares at you, nostrils flaring. For a second you think she might actually try to lunge at you. Instead, she stomps over to her car, yanks open the door and throws herself into the driver's seat. But before she speeds off, she rolls down the window and sneers, "This isn't over." You laugh. Oh, it really is. She slams the gas pedal, tires screeching as she flies down the street. You watch her disappear, shaking your head in disbelief. You don't know if she'll ever admit to herself that she was in the wrong. Some people never do. But one thing's for sure, she won't be parking in your garage again.